It's going to be about who I am, or who am I, or however you want to say it. And it might have the potential to grow into something different, but mainly this is happening because I watch a lot of Catherine Bennett's videos. I'm on her Facebook group called Catherine's Compassar, so if you want to go and join that, go and join that. There's lots of lovely people over there, and one of the things that came up on it was sub-sharing, which is a video that she's done. You know, and people working together to help boost each other's numbers and be successful and, you know, dominate a platform, which is really, really good, I think. So, yes. The topic that was decided was who am I, and over the past at least month, I would say, I've been suffering from a crisis of meaning. Not from making this video, but from other stuff that has been going on in my life. So we're just going to sit here today. I'm not going to bother editing this. I'm literally going to stick a title on the front and an outro card, pick a thumbnail, and it's going to get fucking uploaded, because I've been saying I'd do this for week and week, because I haven't been bothered. I just can't be bothered. And not in a bad way, but I've had more important stuff going on than this. So, but this is now able to take my priority, and I can give you guys my 110% undivided attention. Maybe more like 90, but still. So it's a pretty deep and full-on question, I think. I could sit here and give you the bullshit, who am I, like, I am my friends, and I am somebody who enjoys, you know, looking at birds and things like that, which are all completely valid. But I think when you sit down and you ask yourself, who am I, it's very different from being asked, like, who am I, or who are you, by somebody else. I think it would take some time for you to look at yourself and give you that opportunity for introspective reflection, you know, and a little bit of self-critique and analysis. So, to begin with, who am I? I am Benjamin Mullins. Now that involves being a lot of different people. It definitely links to one of my tattoos that I have. We are all mirrors facing each other. Although I am Ben, there is a different Ben that gets presented in different situations. Not that I have many faces, my core values are still the same, but you know, the Ben that's in front of my parents will always be slightly different to the Ben that's with my siblings. It will always be different to the Ben with my family. That's who I just went through, with my friends and with my colleagues and just strangers I meet on the street. It's always going to be a slightly modified and a slightly different version of me, and I think that's very true for a lot of people. So with my family, I'm someone who can be quite introspective. I'm going to be quite argumentative. My brother and sister definitely would think so, but I think that's just siblings in general. You know, who am I with my friends? I'm someone who's dedicated, I'm someone who's driven and motivated and confident, but also quite harsh. I can be very harsh at times. And some people, I don't think harshness is a bad thing. And if you see me as a harsh person, it means I'm quite divisive and quite definitive. I know where I stand on my issues. Where you stand on your issues is great, and if we can have a conversation about that, all the better. You know, I'm not one of these people who sees the world in black and white and go, well, this is right and this is wrong. I do see shades of grey, and I'm open to having my opinions changed and challenged, and you know, whether they remain the same after something or whether it strengthens my opinions. You know, I think that's knowing who you are at your core is brilliant. And then there's Ben, who is on his own. When you sit in your bedroom and you sit down to read your book, or you sit down to just be with yourself, who is someone I've only recently I say recently, I mean year to 2 years, reconnecting with, I had issues with substance abuse. I was taking a lot of drugs, I was drinking very heavily, and I was trying to mask up something. I was trying to mask a self-confidence problem, and I was taking drugs that gave me a false sense of self-confidence. I came home and I got clean, and I'm happy to say I've been clean for almost 2 years. You know, it's been hard fought. I've been dragging myself out of debt, which is probably a video we're going to talk about at some point. I have been basically just rebuilding my life from the ground up. I'm very lucky and humbled that I have had the opportunity to do so. There are many people who suffer with addiction who probably won't get that opportunity to try and change their life around. So the time I spend with myself is, and who I am, is somebody who can be a little bit irrational, can be, I don't want to say anxious because it's not, I don't feel anxious, but I am constantly kind of second guessing myself, or, you know, worrying a little bit. But I'll just sit in the room and I'll talk out loud to myself, because if you put it into the universe, if you keep problems inside your head the whole time, it makes them worse. So even if you just say it out loud to yourself, and that's one of the best, probably one of the things that's helped me so much in staying sober, is just putting it out there into the universe. God, I really want to go and do some drugs right now. I really want to go and binge drink right now. I really want to go and do something very stupid. Because if you keep it up in your head, chances are you are going to go and do it. If you put it out into the universe, whether it's with a counsellor, whether it's you go to Narcotics Anonymous or Alcoholics Anonymous, or whether even if it's you just say to yourself, you know, maybe you like to spend your money, you know, you just sit there and go, I really want to go out and spend a lot of money right now, but I can't because I want to save for a car, or I want to do this, I want to do that. Putting it out in the universe helps. So yeah, that's, I think with the being by yourself, it's helped me turn those negative traits of being an addict into something really positive. It's hardened me, and it's taught me the value of happiness. Because it used to be, and I think my persona and the way I come off a lot is that I'm a grumpy and I'm a mean bastard and I'm very cynical, and I am quite cynical, but it doesn't mean I'm not happy. It doesn't mean that I'm not enjoying what I'm doing. I just know the value of happiness, and I know the value of my happiness now, and that's something that I would implore to anybody, that happiness is not weakness. And kindness is not weakness, and being willing to show those attributes of yourself to people that you care about is fantastic, but do not let anybody take them for granted, because kindness is not weakness, it is strength born from suffering, and happiness is born from that same suffering, and teaching yourself to go, things aren't great right now, but I'm going to be okay. Being happy is just about being okay. You know, we can be ecstatic, we can get a new iPhone 7 and we say that makes us happy, and we can get a new puppy, or we could move into a new house, and all of those things that when you think about them, yes, they make you happy in the short term. But when you can just sit there on your sofa, or like I am now, sat in front of my camera, when you can sit there and go, I am okay. My bills are being paid for, you know, because I'm working, I'm getting my way out of debt. I have a fantastic group of people in my life now, you know, that surround me and support me. And that doesn't mean to say that the people who are no longer integral parts of my life are still not important to me, because they are really important to me. But right now I have what I need. And that will change, and some of them might stay and some of them might move on. But now I choose to look forward in a positive manner. What can I build? who can I help and how can I help myself to do better. I saw somebody say on the group, on the Catch and Burnt Face group, say the other day, sometimes you live life and sometimes life lives you. And I think that's very similar to something that I try to carry through my life, in the fact that you can't do right by somebody else until you're doing right by yourself. You can't positively impact somebody else's life until you're doing good things in your own life, until you're doing the best things for you in your life. And some people might view that as selfish and very me-centric, or but I can't affect positive change in the things that I want to see outside of my life until I affect positive change in my life. And that's what I've been working very hard on for the past year, at least, to make that happen. So I think at the core of it, if I was to tell you who I am someone who is happy. I'm someone who is bold. I'm not afraid to kind of put my voice out there and make moves. Like I said before, motivated and driven. It's caring. But when needs be, that aspect of caring is a two-way sword. Sometimes I will be the shoulder you need to cry on, and other times I will be harsh and I will be like, look, pick yourself up, dust yourself off. That's all you got to do. Tomorrow will be another day. Unless we die in the inevitable heat death of the universe. So, yeah, a bit of a heavy video this week. Sorry for the lack of editing, but fuck you, my little macdaddies. Probably like 6 of you that watch that I also probably work with, so I love your faces, you know who you are. And watch some of the other videos that are on the playlist that are going to be linked to this and will be on my channel, because you never know, you might find somebody you like a little bit more than me. Peace, macdaddies. Boo.